of people are noticing all these multi-hundred point, 1,000-point swings and saying, well, something's going on here that's not typical. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. And sooner or later, there's going to be a day. There's going to be a day, and I'm 98% sure of this, where we do hit a wall. Because the Federal Reserve is not a rich father that just keeps giving his son money and keeps giving his son Playboy son money, say. You can't keep doing that because you have a world economy, and the father runs out of money.
All right, so if famed investor Carl Icahn is right, then what do you do if stocks go kablooey? There are alternatives. A lot of people buy commodities. A lot of people get into soybeans and a lot of the agricultural items that have been all the rage here and the prospects, or at least the wink-wink hope of a deal with China that's been lifting those commodities where they trade on the CME. That group's chairman and CEO, Terry Duffy, with us right now. Terry, what do you think of what Carl Icahn was intimating here? A lot of debt, a lot of problems, a lot of volatility. Maybe for stocks, a lot of comeuppance. What do you think?
Well, Neil, first of all, Happy New Year to you and your family, and thank you for having me. Thank you. I think Carl's, onto something a little bit, and I've been saying it for quite a while. There's a lot of debt out there that people have not been paying attention to for quite a long time. And, I've referenced the $1.3 trillion in student loan debt and the $1.4 trillion in credit card debt and on top of the mortgage debt. So that's a lot, and there will be a day that, people need to figure out how we're going to address this. So I think Carl is definitely onto something, but it's been going on for so many years that nobody's been paying attention to it. So will there be a day of reckoning? I'm not quite sure when that will be. I'm not.
Yeah, I guess what gets the attention is that for years, like you accurately point out, Terry, I mean, we've been able to absorb it or deal with it or at least mask the severity of it because interest rates were so low. They've been inching up here. Now, that can be good for a lot of commodities and a lot of things under your purview. But do you worry that eventually it hits all investment vehicles?
Well, it could hit all investment vehicles to some extent, Neil, but I'm not there to predict that. I think when you look at the recent uptick we've seen in some of the agricultural products associated with trade, farmers have become much more efficient today on their yields. They're creating much more product with, not nearly the same amount of farmland that they used to have. So they are doing an amazing job with technology, but at the same time, we've created a lot of product. Then all of a sudden, one of our biggest customers goes away. And so you're going to have depressed prices, and then all of a sudden you get some talks and you get volatility in the marketplace. So people are attracted to that from an investment vehicle. But what I think is important, we're feeding, the world, and the world's getting bigger, and we're going to need to feed more people. So it's very important that these people have a global market.
Including the Chinese. I noticed soybeans are running up, 4 trading days straight now? It's a 3-week high. Yeah. Oil in and out of 3-week highs. Gold in and out of 6-month highs. I guess what I'm asking is something, is it built on optimism of trade, or is it built on just optimism that the global economy given up for dead maybe isn't dead? What do you think it is?
Well, I don't know if the global economy is dead. I wouldn't agree with that. I think that we always are going to have ebbs and flows in the economy, and today is no different. We've had an amazing run up over the last 10, 12 years here since the crisis of '08. And, to have a bit of a sell-off and have a bit of a downturn doesn't surprise me. And on the trade issue, I've said for a long time, there's nothing wrong with having some trade deficits with other countries around the world. It gives you a seat at the table on a whole host of other issues. I would hope that the president would focus on the issue that I think a lot of people have their mindset on, which is intellectual property with China, and deal with that, and then maybe deal with the trade issue a little separately. So I think there's a couple different ways to address this, but I definitely don't think the world economy is dead.
So that means, just very quickly, that the approach he's taken, even if he scores a victory here, it might not be what he wants.
It could be the case, but it could be ultimately good for the United States. If the president can get something done on one of the two issues, it doesn't necessarily have to be trade, but if he can deal more on the intellectual property issue, it could be a huge boom for everybody globally.
All right, Terry, thank you very much. All this breaking news, we're keeping track of that. Always good seeing you. Happy New Year, my friend.